What's up, y'all? Late upload here. So we first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go straight to Atlanta Hawks and Cleveland Cavaliers. 225 over under in this spot. Cleveland Cavaliers are favorite by 2.5. Um, Injury news and notes for this one here is kind of crazy. Kevin Love is questionable. Karis LeVert is questionable. Um, I want to lean towards. First of all, I want to lean. I want to lean towards the Cavaliers in this spot here. That's one thing I want to get out the way. All right. Let's talk about especially if Karis LeVert and Kevin Love goes. Um, Damn the numbers. We had numbers. Something must have happened. Let me see. Uh, Something must have happened. Let me check Twitter real fast. DeAndre Hunter is questionable. Okay, so that's what happened. He's questionable with an illness. If you want to get on the Cavs, just get on them right now. We don't have any numbers out, so let me go over the prize picks and let me tell you what I see, and let me tell you what I know. Okay. Uh, Let me see. Let me go to rebounds. So I want to have some interest in one of these guys' rebounds between Jared Allen and Clint Capella. So let me see. Clint Capella. Jared Allen. Um, versus Clint Capella. Um, he's averaging 11 and almost 9, right? He hasn't had a double double versus this Atlanta team in his last two games. I didn't go back and check to see who was in and out in that game. Uh, so there you have that. Prior to that, he had two double doubles. But either way it goes, you get the drift. I got numbers. I mean, he's on in that versus Houston with Capella with Houston. He's only had two double-digit rebound games out of 5. So if you want to temper your expectations in that area, I can't. It is what it is. Overall, we got four of the best guards in the league on the court when it comes to Evan. I mean, not Evan Mobley, Garland, Murray, um, Trey Young, and Mitchell. Like this should be awesome show, man. Donovan Mitchell is not the greatest defender. I'll tell you that right now. That's a big contribution to why this uh, this uh, this Cleveland Cavaliers team is. They putting up points, yeah, but they almost giving up the game. You know what I'm saying? Almost giving up the game. Atlanta, they come out slow most of the time. So if you want to look at, because these Cleveland teams they've been getting into some close games at the end, man. This is what it is. So I expect the guards to be fighting. I expect the guys to be fighting, and a first half look at this Cleveland wouldn't be bad here. With this Cleveland team, they wouldn't be bad here. Team kind of matches up well. Allen, Mobley, Love. Shit, and the list goes on with those guards and shit like that. So we'll see. It's gonna be Cleveland Cavaliers or nothing for me. If you want to take Cleveland in the first half or something like that, be my guest. It is what it is. I don't have a definite prop in this one. I got interest in both Clint Capella and Jared Allen rebounds. Even if I same game parlay those motherfuckers up or whatever the case may be, or alter them or something like that and see if I could hit something like that. That's not out of the realm of possibilities either. So we just got so they just dropped them back. So we'll have to wait for that Hunter news to see what the status is going to be with him. But 11 and a half rebounds for 11 and a half for Capella and 10 and a half for Allen. Like I said, this is instances where both of these guys can get there. You never know. You never know. All right. Where's Mobley rebounds? 8.5. Well, this might be an instance where you can go under on him or under on Collins rebounds in this spot. they're gonna be out here rebounding like a motherfucker tonight. So there it is. The three balls in play for the usual suspects, but I'll bounce. You know what I'm saying? Honorable mention on the assist prop for Garland, sitting at 8.5. My boy Garland, it's a lot of cluttered shit going on over there. He's only hit this number twice this year. So, you know what I'm saying? He's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's 2 and 8 to this rebound number. Yeah, he's 2 and 8. What do we have it on PrizePicks? Assists, 8.5. He's 2 and 8 to this number. I wouldn't have thought it. I got smacked on it. I haven't been giving it out to you guys though. You know, so okay. Hmm. Still going to be at this point, as of right now, strong lean towards Atlanta. Cleveland for me. Orlando Magic at Indiana Pacers, 226.5 over under in this spot. Indiana Pacers 6.5 point favorites. And look, last time, y'all know the dogs was barking. They're barking again. All right. Orlando couldn't. I took Orlando on the money line. I took Orlando 6.5 last game. I want to say 7 or 6. And I took a PPD for Orlando, and I lost the PPD. I lost the money line, and I tried to hit him on the trips on the trifecta, like, but I won the spread. I hit him on the spread. Right? What the fuck is damn God damn my guy Wendell Carter Jr. didn't play that game, right? So keep an eye out on the stats of Wendell Carter Jr. today. Um, I see it. I expect him to go. We got time to link back. If you think he's gonna go, just like um 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 Halliburton was questionable that last game, but he went. He ended up having 14 assists. So Halliburton's assist prop is in play. It's always in play. So I can't talk you off of that. I didn't took it up there to 11.5 before. And 10.5, I took him at the double double. All right, so you're gonna get 11.5 at plus 110. Okay. Um. So, like I said, Orlando is a team that most of the time, they die off in the second half. So, I definitely like them. I like them. If I'm betting this game head up, it's gonna be Orlando Magic or nothing. But I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna take the 6.5 again. Okay, I'm gonna take the 6.5. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take the 6.5. All right, and I might sit back and live bet the. I might take the 6.5 full game. That's what I might do. Take the 6.5 full game and take the first half. Okay, take the first half. They kind of slack up in the second half. This Orlando Magic team. All right. If uh if I'll like it more if Wendell Carter goes. They have a great chance to win this game if Wendell Carter goes. And um, let me see. Miles Turner, his rebound prop. He ended up with 11 rebounds last game. I wanted to take the under. If Carter, I mean, if Carter Jr. goes, I might take the under. I don't know, man. I don't know. A few trends, because I've been looking at trends lately. I told you I haven't been looking at getting into full games and stuff like that, but I'm starting to get back into full games and sides and stuff like that. So I have not been giving them out. So at this moment, I had just been checking out a few trends and seeing, because we're getting a decent sample size now. And let me see what I could come up with for you guys. A few trends, a few trends, a few trends. Well, I know one that's a really important one, and that's this one here. Uh, Pacers they've been 9-1 against the spread. They 9-1 against the spread. Uh, the one L versus against the spread has come against this Orlando Magic team. Okay, so do with that information as you will. Uh, yeah, do with that info as you will. All right. So
with that being said, let's keep it going. I mean, lean towards the over. I mean, I can't talk you off of none of that. Franz Wagner, his points definitely in play, especially if Wendell Carter doesn't go. His points are definitely in play, sitting at 20.5, but they in play. Then Buddy Hill, the three ball, he's a big part of what they do here, stretching them out. All right. Miles Turner blocks in play. You know what the deal. You know what the deal is. You know what the deal is. All right. All right, Miami Heat at Minnesota Timberwolves. We had 220.5 over under in this spot. Timberwolves 8.5 point favorites in this spot. Minus 375 favorites overall on the money line. And this Miami team is just they're dealing with injuries, and it's gonna be crazy. I mean they're dealing with injuries. They're injured up. They beat up. Uh, no Butler. Hero is questionable. Um, Oladipo, Vincent is questionable. That's it. All right, so I got to lean towards Minnesota in this game here. Okay. Um, you know what? I don't really even have to go into the numbers here. I mean, strong lean towards the over 12.5 rebounds and assists for Karl Anthony Towns. He laid the egg for me last game. Got the foul trouble. He got the 10. So it's a lean for me right now. All right. These teams here, like these teams right here, like when it comes to the assist category, okay. So Minnesota, they give up a decent amount of assists. The third worst in the league at giving up the assists. Miami up to 25, and then Minnesota up there at 27. So, what I'm saying? You got a small lean right now. Right? A lot is coming from a lot of people coming out here and they hitting that three ball against these teams. Okay, these teams here give up these. I think these teams are neck and neck. Let me see. Miami and Minnesota are neck and neck for giving up the three ball. Okay, so guys like Anthony Edwards and they got a decent amount of 3-point shooters on the Miami team. D'Angelo Russell is not the best defender, so the three ball can be in play for these teams here. Okay, so like I said, these are the second and third worst team in the league. They're giving up the three. But overall, I just think at the end of the day, Rudy Gobert, these guys are probably going to end up being too much for these guys. So Minnesota Timberwolves, it's going to be Minnesota Timberwolves or nothing for me. And be able to look out, I might drop some PPDs. So the PPD is probably going to be in play as well. Player performance doubles. Yeah, if you don't know what that is. So I'll just save some time on this one here and this game here and just slide on over to Golden State Warriors and New Orleans Pelicans game, and we got 233 over under in this spot. New Orleans, Golden State Warriors are on the road again. They finally get a world win against uh, Houston. So they won their first game against Houston on the road, the first road game. Now, this is a back to back. Big possibility there's no Clay Thompson this game. Okay, so keep an eye out on that situation. Overall, this game, um, I don't have a side in this one. You know how bad Golden State has been on the road. Uh, Honorable mentions here. Watch out for great Draymond Green. Draymond Green has been in the assist category. He's been playing some ball. All right. So if his assist prop coming out at 7.5. So it is what it is. Curry had a bunch of assists last night versus Houston. Houston gives up the most assists to the point guard position. So that's not out of the realm of possibilities there. But Draymond Green, his assist prop is sitting at 6.5 right now, juiced up. So he's hit this number. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7 of his last 8 games. He's averaging 6.8 assists. All right, so interesting thing to point out there. Yeah, so if Clay doesn't go, then of course probably look at Andrew Wiggins and uh, what's the boy's name? Poole, Jordan Poole, to have more usage there. However, on the other side of the ball, CJ McCollum, I can't talk you off. It's a six prop going up against this New Orleans team. I mean, against this Golden State team. Um, Another thing here is Herb Jones, another player, another a parlay piece there for assists. He's have 2 assists in every game this year, except for two. And then you can decipher between the rest of whatever is going on here. Interesting thing I can point out here is Zion Wilson. His points prop coming out at 24 and a half. Probably be messed up with probably be messed up with Draymond Green. That'll be a nice sight to see there. He hasn't played since the 12th. So, it's right now it's the first, okay? So he's missed a lot of days, yada yada yada. If you want to take the under on that and just as a personal play, take the under on that. It is what it is, but this is a pace up matchup. His point prop can go either way. So we'll see. We will see. All right. Don't have a side in this one. You guys got something you like, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it for me. All right, drop it. You guys got anything you like in this situation, in this game. All right, so next game on the docket we'll talk about is the Boston Celtics and Chicago Bulls. These two teams play. It seems like they match up well. I don't know this, but I'll tell you this here. I don't have a side in this one. Number one. Number two. The last two games that these two teams played, Jonas, I mean, uh, Nikola Vucevic, he's had 12 rebounds and he's had 23 rebounds. So he's, that 23 rebounds was definitely had to probably be an outlier game, but still. The 10 and a half rebounds for Vucevic, I took it. Not an official play. It is what it is on PrizePicks. I'll see. I don't know if they have his rebound prop out on PrizePicks. If they do, I might have missed it. I sprinkled a little something on it. It's not an official play, but uh, I will take it on PrizePicks if it's reasonable. Let's see. So it's not out on PrizePicks. I only put a little something on it. So there you have that. But yeah, 10 and a half rebounds, not other rim possibilities here. So I did go that route. Another thing to point out there is Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart, love his assists lately. But he played 25 minutes against Chicago his last game, only had 1 assist. And then the first game he played against Chicago, he had 6 assists. That was a little bit more like it. His assist prop probably is probably touched right now. It's usually been 7.5 or whatever the case may be. So that's something that you could probably take a look at there as well. Um, as far as the usual suspects in this game, you guys know what you want to do. I'm just pointing out a few things there that I like, and actually the one thing that I do like, I have to look at more other spots, but the 10 and a half rebounds for Nikola Vucevic, I'll probably take a stab at that. I mean, I've already taken a stab at it, but I took a small stab at it. I'm really waiting for it to come out on PrizePicks so I can really take it on PrizePicks as well. I think PrizePicks are going to wait for it to be a solid 11. Therefore, you're going to have to get 12. So that's probably what I think is going to happen there. All right. So yeah. Next game here we want to talk about will be the um New York Knicks and Oklahoma City Thunder here. We got 230 over under in this spot. Don't want to spend too much time on this one. You know what happened the last time they played. The numbers were through the roof. And speaking through the roof in numbers, I mean the total of their game um at shit 280. All right. Now, interesting thing to point out here. This OKC team has been pace up. They've been pace up. Listen at some of the totals. Memphis 231 over the ending score. Washington 240 one. Boston 248. New York Knicks 280. Toronto 245. Milwaukee 268. Those are just, those are just, and those are consecutive games right there. All right. So listen, man, all those high totals, shot attempts, assist opportunities, rebound opportunities. So that's what we're dealing with here. Okay. Now, um, let's see. 3 pointers made. New York. The worst team in the league at giving up opponent 3 pointers. So you could look at the three ball for guys like Shai Gillis and Alexander, who's hit 2 threes or better in 4 straight games. You could look at Lou Dort. These are probably the only two guys that I would look at. But you could look at Lou Dort, who only hit two threes versus them, but lately he's got 3 threes or better in 3 of his last 5 games. So those are some things that you can look at. Of course, they got some of these teams, both of these teams probably had this game circled, but it is what it is. New York is like they're giving up the most amount of 3 point makes there. All right, then Minnesota, Miami. So these 3 teams are on the docket: Miami, Minnesota, and New York today. They on the docket today. So you can look at Orlando; they're giving up a decent amount of threes. So they're on the docket today. If you want to do some 3 point parlays or look at some 3 point guys versus them, be my guest. Either way it goes. Um, assist. Let me see. The one I was looking at was rebounds. All right. So rebounds. New York and Oklahoma City, Atlanta. These 3 teams are playing today. All right. Minnesota is playing today. Golden State is playing today. But we're talking about Oklahoma City right now. 56.7 rebounds, a game. And OKC, Julius Randle, he went out there and had 25 points, 10 rebounds that game. So it is what it is. So just a few things that I was trying to point out to you guys real fast. With that being said, the rebound prop is in play for somebody like uh, uh, Julius Randle. Of course, uh, SGA all the time. Mitchell Robinson came back last game, so he's a big time block candidate and rebound candidate. And then honorable mention here, well, not honorable mention, but the 6.5 assists for Jalen Brunson. Look, he had 7 assists last time these 2 teams played. You guys know this was one of the guys that I like to target here for threes. I mean for assists. So he's missed his assist prop in 2 straight games, and I was on him one of those games against Golden State. Prior to these last 2 games, he missed his assist prop. He's hit this number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of his last 8 games. Prior to the last 2, I got interest in that 6.5 assists. It was at plus 110. Now it's at plus 102. I think money is coming in on it. I'm probably gonna jump on it. Okay. And like I said, the rebound prop for Julius Randle, I can't talk you off of that. In fact, Julius Randle has been playing some great basketball. 8.5. He had 10 against these guys last time. Like I said, keep an eye out on Mitchell Robinson. He came off the bench. He might get the start tonight. If he gets the start tonight, I'll have some interest there as well. And then the 3 ball, Lucius Dort, juiced up at 2.5. So if you want to get there, you can get there. Shai Gillis and Alexander, 2 threes are better in 4 straight games. I want to believe 3 for sure. 4 straight games, I think so. So that's in play. These 2 teams. That's a plus 130. These 2 teams are the worst 2 teams that giving up the 3 ball this year. Let's keep it moving. Um, um, yeah. The Thunder trending over. And then, like I said, if you want to go over, I just showed you guys some of the numbers. You can look at the over some type of form or fashion. All right. You know. So that's one thing. Milwaukee Bucks here, 213.5 over under in this spot. No Dame. I expect to see some sharp. I expect to see some. I expect to see some. A little bit more of. Justice Winslow, somebody who can go out there, facilitate, rebound, and stick some defense. we know Anthony Simons will be out there chucking it up. All right, that's one thing we do know. We do know that barring any foul trouble, I don't know who's going to guard ABC, but Grant might have to guard ABC, and that might spell trouble. If Grant don't get in foul trouble, Grant will be out there chucking because this is what he does. If this was any other team, I probably would be on his points, but probably not. Interesting point. Probably what I'm looking at here is Yusuf Nurkic at 12 and a half points. Okay, and Josh Hart at 11 and a half points. Okay, but Yusuf Nurkic, I got a strong interest in this 12 and a half points. Super strong interest in this 12 and a half points. Brook Lopez is an okay defender. You can look at Brook Lopez for blocks. I think he's averaging 3 or very close to 3 blocks a game. Speaking of Brook Lopez, he can't stretch the floor. His 3 pointers are in play this game. So if you want to look at that, you can look at that. But those are some plays that I'm looking at in this game here. Brook Lopez, 3 ball. Anthony Simons, 3 ball. I probably won't take it, but Anthony Simons, 3 ball. Points for Yusuf Nurkic, and then Josh Hart. You know, Josh Hart, his rebounds and assists is a prop that's pretty much always in play. He's going to be out there a little bit more, so he might have some ball handling opportunities. He's averaging 12.5 rebounds and assists. He might get a bump this game, so strong interest in that rebounds and assists for him at at 12 and a half. I mean, he's hit this number frequently throughout the season. Lately, he hasn't though, but his last 2 games he haven't. He's definitely hit this frequently throughout the season. No Dame Lillard, he might get out there and get a few more extra assists. Fuck around, and get a triple double. Let me keep it moving. Last game on the docket here is going to be the uh, what game is that? Um, oh yeah, the Utah and Los Angeles Clippers here, and I don't have too much for this one here. What I'm looking at is, of course, I'm looking at the rebound prop here. All right, I'm looking at the rebound prop here, and for Zubox here. I don't know if this Utah team can probably, if they come out hot, they bring Zubac off the court, man. So if they get hot, let's say for instance, Kelly Olynyk, go out there and start popping that thing, hitting that 3 ball, they probably gonna have to switch up some shit. All right. Uh, Paul George is questionable here. We know we're gonna miss the floor general, Mike Conley. That's messed up, man. But they got some firepower. You mean to tell me you got Mike Conley's gonna bench, and then you got Colin Sexton who possibly could start. I don't know who's gonna start. Colin Sexton, possibly a guy who can give you 30. They got some firepower. So right now, it's going to be some live bet opportunities. This is what it's going to be for me. I'm going to have interest in Zubac rebounds here. Slight interest in clocks and points here. Of course, he does what he does. I rarely bet marketing points. I just miss that train all the time, and he continues to smash. But this team does have some defense. So live bet opportunities for Vanderbilt's rebounds is in play for me as well. Okay, so I'm looking at Zubac rebounds, Vanderbilt rebounds, and live bet opportunities for Beasley. He can pop that thing. Colin Sexton, if they don't put him on the book and he goes out there and start getting hot, because he can go out there and start getting hot on your ass. So in a situation with no Conley, all right, play them games if you want to. I don't have a side on this one. Live, like I said, rebounds for Vanderbilt and Zubac, and live bet opportunities for the guys that I mentioned there. So it is what it is. Last time these 2 teams played, Zubac he played 35 minutes, man. 12 points, 9 rebounds. He's averaging 9.5 points and 11 rebounds. With that being said, Fam, I'm out of here. You know what though? I do want to check Vanderbilt. And I want to see last time these two teams played. LA Clippers. Interesting. Vanderbilt didn't play that game. Vanderbilt did not play that game. I'm gonna have some interest in Vanderbilt rebounds here in this spot, barring any foul trouble. With that being said, guys, peace out, y'all. Peace out, man. Good luck. Late upload, but better